If you want to do something like a float forward to the top of your mat, but it tends to look something like this, there are two reasons why that tends to happen. And the first one is the obvious one that people think is the issue, but it might not actually be the issue. So that first one is tight hamstrings. In order to float forward, your hips need to be as close to over your wrists as possible. Now, if your hamstrings are tight and you can't straighten out your legs like this, you're going to be somewhere here, which means that your hips are set pretty far back behind your wrists. And in order to compensate for this, you're going to have to increase the extension angle in your wrists in order to get your hips over your wrists. This doesn't feel very comfortable. The thing that is more likely the issue is not knowing how to transfer the weight into your hands or not working the coordination of that. So here are a few things that are going to help with that. You're going to want to grab a block or something that you could stand on. And then you're going to place the block down towards the middle of the mat. The height of it doesn't matter as much. The higher the block is, the easier it's going to be to get your hips over your hands. So plant your hands down shoulder width apart, step onto the block, and lean forward, trying to shoot your butt up into the air so that you can try to get your hips as close to in line with your wrists as possible. And then you're going to step down. And that's it. Doing this one drill is going to help you transfer weight into your hands. After you're comfortable with stepping down with one foot, then see if you can step down with 2 feet, trying to slow the descent as much as possible. And just that little action is going to give you the sensation of what it feels like to carry your body weight into your hands for that float forward action. Play with changing the height of the block. So a tall block is going to help you get your hips over even more, and flat is going to make it a little bit harder. Once you've mastered transferring the weight into your hands, we got to work on precision and accuracy. So you're going to start out by placing a block in line with your eyes and come into a downward facing dog. Come up onto your tippy toes, bend the knees, and just like you were doing before, you're going to work on transferring the weight into your hands as you step onto the block. If that was too challenging, just work on stepping onto the block, leaning more weight into the hands as you do this, similar to the other exercise where you step down off of the block, transferring weight into your palms. Once that's a little bit more comfortable, come up to a higher setting on the block and try not to let the block fall over. Adding this block is going to help you work on that precision and control as you land on the block. After you're done working on this middle setting, you can always come up to a higher setting to play with it a little bit more. All right? Hope you have fun. I'll see you on the next one.